about the flux indicators? Are they stable?
Yep, they look just fine.
Way to go, Maggie. That's great. And the data feed systems, are they still online?
Checking now. Yes, still online.
It's better than we could have hoped for.
Technobot, you passed inspection. You may now shut down all non-essential operations.
Affirmative.
We're about out of juice. If we don't get a charge soon, we're not going anywhere. All of our energy tanks are nearly empty, and we're still a long way from anywhere. I don't mean to be a drag or anything, but...
Then don't be. Think of a way to keep going instead.
We can always get out and push.
Hi, guys. Good news. We finished scanning the Technobot and Technosuit.
And we're selling them for scrap, right?
Quite the contrary, Ringo. They're both functioning remarkably well considering what they've been through.
That's a relief, isn't it, Blade? A little good news for a change.
They're not in perfect shape by any means. They've sustained considerable damage, structurally and systemically. The most serious damage being to the emerald crystal in the Technobot. It's going to have to be replaced, if we can even find another one.
Sure we can. We'll just take the crystal out of one of those other Teknomen, Saber, or those goons he hangs with.
It won't be easy, but if we can find a new crystal, it'll give me the power to reach Darkon's base on the far side of the moon.
Hold on. First things first, Blade. If we did install a new crystal, I'd want to run some tests first. Back in my lab in the command center.
What's that? I thought the command center was totally destroyed.
It was.
The effort to rebuild it is being overseen by Mac and Commander Jameson. Up there. The damage is so extensive, there's no saying when or even if it'll ever be fully operational.
So you see, before we can do that, we've got to shore up the structure. And before we can do that, we've got to tear down this catapult and rebuild it.
When will it be completed?
Don't know.
Because we haven't been able to make radio contact with them. Meanwhile, for 5 months now, we've been wandering around like a bunch of blind mice, trying to find a shuttle, a ship, a blimp, anything to replace the Blue Earth. And in the meantime, our friend Darkon has been one busy beaver, turning our planet into one giant hothouse for these spore plants of theirs.
The spores are everywhere, Blade, and they're getting ready to bloom all over the planet. That's what your sister Shara was warning us about. And when they do, the Venomoids will have accomplished their goal.
Yes, I know. But there's gotta be more to it than that.
Well, if it comes to you, let us know, will you, pal?
The one thing I am sure of is that I've got to defeat Saber and the other Technomen and use one of their crystals to replace mine.
That won't be easy.
I know.
Yeah, if you're gonna take on all 4 of them, tell me where I should send the flowers.
Ringo, jeez, grow up.
Look, a town.
A town. People.
Lights, power, hot water, showers.
You see, no big thing. I told you we'd make it. I don't know what everyone was getting so excited about.
While Blade and Ringo go into town to search for a way to recharge the energy tanks, the others remain behind with the land cruiser.
Where'd you learn about cooking, Star?
Oh, here and there. Ow! Oh, I hate peeling potatoes.
I guess Star's a little more comfortable punching a keyboard than cooking. At this rate, we'll have more fingers than potatoes in the stew. Here, let me do that while you, triangulate our coordinates or something.
You're right. I might as well stick to something I'm good at, huh?
Well, that was really diplomatic. Honestly, Maggie, sometimes you can be so dense. Making this dinner for Blade meant a lot to her. And then you had to go and make her feel like she was just getting in the way.
I honestly didn't mean to hurt her feelings. It's just, we don't have many potatoes left.
What was I thinking? I'm no good around anything but machines and circuit boards. I can't even peel a potato.
Meanwhile, Blade and Ringo have found a community living on the bleak edge of oblivion, its inhabitants struggling to survive.
For the last time, the answer is no. We have barely enough power reserves for ourselves without doling it out to every stranger who wanders into town.
Yes, but we only need a little, just enough.
Well, a little's more than we can give you. We're not a welfare station for wandering beggars. As it is, we can only power up our generator once a month. Once, that's it. And even then, for no longer than 5 hours. That's so the spider crabs won't have time to find us. So you see, stranger, even if we wanted to help you, which we don't, we can't, so we won't. Now, get out of here before I get angry.
Mister, you don't know who you're talking to. We're Space Knights.
Yeah, I thought as much. I got news for you. Space Knights aren't too popular around here. It's thanks to you guys that we're in the fix we're in. If you'd have done the job you were paid for, there wouldn't be any spider crabs, would there? Now leave me alone. You're giving me a headache.
Hang on!
No. Save your breath, Ringo.
Friendly little burg, isn't it? Look at these guys. I feel more welcome walking in on a spider crab slumber party.
Can you really blame them? Their energy's the most precious thing they've got.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have a little bit better luck in the morning.
Excuse me, would you like to buy a flower?
Star loves flowers. Why not buy her some? Hey, don't be shy. Look, it's not like she doesn't already know how you feel about her. You guys were getting pretty tight before the team split up and you disappeared into the woodwork. The whole time you were missing, when we thought maybe you'd bought the farm, it hit her pretty hard. She was as low as I've ever seen her. I'm being serious, kid. I've never known Star to be especially religious, but one time, I think I even saw her praying for you.
She was?
Personally, I have no idea whether that stuff works or not. Listen, between you and me, you may owe that girl your life. A few flowers is the least you can do.
The mayor said no? And so you come crawling back here with your tail between your legs? You're just gonna leave it at that? We're Space Knights, Ringo. We never take no for an answer. I can't believe you'd let him get away with it. No! Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Nothing a few skin grafts couldn't fix. Anyway, tomorrow's the day they're scheduled to fire up the generator. We'll try asking again then.
Do you think they'll be any more helpful tomorrow?
Just let me deal with them, the greedy creepazoids. I'll teach them to be more helpful.
We can only power up our generator once a month, and then for no longer than 5 hours. That's so the Venomoids won't have time to find us.